Hey everyone, so I thought I would come back after taking a break for a couple days with a review of two of my favorite books of this year that have a lot to do with Latinx culture, and I just really identified and saw myself in their pages. So the first one is Signal to Noise by Silvia Moreno Garcia, and the second one is Gabi, A Girl in Pieces by Isabel Quintero. Both are Mexican narrators, but with Signal to Noise, it focuses on Meche and her two friends, Sebastian and Daniela, and it jumps from 1989 to 2009, so you get like how they became friends, and like there's this whole mystical magical appeal that brings them together. And then you in present day in 2009, the reason Meche has to come back to Mexico City is because her dad just passed away, so she kind of is just like josted into this world that she kind of has gone away from now that I believe she's in Europe somewhere, so she works there. And it's I really identified with that, in that like it showed how much of a difference time can make for you personally, but when you go back home, it's like no time has passed and you're still treated like you were when you were younger. And I think that's so relatable because like that's my home situation all the time, I feel. And then I also like that with Mitch, Sebastian and Daniela, their wealth, like how much their parents made was really obvious, and how they treated, like how they handled themselves around each other and in school and in general. Like Meche had an allowance, so she had some money to spend on her tacos and to treat herself, while Sebastian was poor, so with him everything was a struggle, and you really got to see like some of his background as well, and how he shared a room with his brother, and like it wasn't a great home life. And then with Daniela, her dad's an accountant, so she is like the one that has a lot of money. So whenever they go over, it's all about like let's treat Daniela, like let's have her treat us to like cookies and baking because she likes to bake and stuff like that. That's something I also liked, is that they all had their niche. Like with Sebastian, it was his books and his like hope to travel in the future, and with Mitch, it was music. Like that was her thing. So like I feel like everyone loves music and books. I don't really care for cooking and baking like Daniela, but like I feel like you could identify with each character in a certain way, and it was just so well done and so well written. And I'm just like, I need to keep reading books by Latinx authors because you just see yourself in them, and it's so great, so great. And with A Gabi and a Girl in Pieces, the main character Gabi is in school and she's just going through it, as one does, and her love of poetry is what really I think stood out for me in this one. And there's like a zine that she works on in some of the pages, and it's like super cool. And it's like dare to chop your thick hair, and like this is like the some of it. It's like, this is your hair. Most girls have long hair. Your hair is long, and your mother has always made you wear in a braid that goes down your back, even though you want it loose. Sometimes you will get angry because your dad does not let you cut your hair. Because if you do, you will look like a marimacha, and that is bad. You try not to be bad. You do not want to be bad. Maybe just a little, just to know how it feels. So you cut it and realize how good it feels. You are different. Bad is not so bad. I'm just like, I had that one page, I was like, this is my life. And so it's another just situation where I'm like, this is so realistic. And I feel like I was surrounded with aunts that are all hairstylists, and they never wanted me to do anything to my hair. And I'm just like, I just want to cut it, and they wouldn't let me cut it. And until I moved out is when I really like cut a significant piece of it. But yeah, that's why I loved how this was just about like the love of her family and her friend, and how school life is kind of crazy. And it talks about like teen pregnancy, because one of her friends kind of has like a pregnancy situation, that's unexpected. And like her love of tacos and poetry is everything. I'm just like, girl, I feel you. That's what I got confused with uh Mitch. It was Gabby that liked the tacos and poetry. But yes, I could go on forever. But yeah, definitely two of my favorites of this year, and I need to find more because it's so great. It's just so good. I will say it again and again. It's so great to like feel that you're represented in pages, even though I'm not even Mexican American. I'm Dominican American, So, but I like with last year's one of my favorite books was the Book of Unknown Americans, that deals with another like Latinx culture and like just all the complexities of that, and it's so important. So yeah, let me know if you've read these books and how you feel about them, and I'll talk to you guys very soon. Bye.